Morning guys, Loy from loymachedo.com. Today is the 27th of March 2014 at 10:11 in the morning. Just woke up some time ago. Thought I'd go to the gym, but just kind of overslept. Anyway, I just checked a couple of my emails and I found out that today is the open house day for some of you students, and some apparently have failed and they have sent me the message that Loy, I failed, I don't know what to do, I'm depressed. The others have told me that they didn't do so well as they expected, and their parents have started to give out to them. Now, I just want you to understand that Open House Day, for those of you who don't know, Open House Day is the day where parents are called in to, parents are called in to the schools to show the results of the exam that the children have written or attempted. Now, in as much as that is an exciting day for some others, it is a horrible day because some of the students know that they have not done well, they're not good at studies, or they don't have interest in studies. Now, let me give you my example. Whenever I used to have the open house day in Sarja Indian School, it was a day that I used to dread because I was never good at studies. I never liked studying. I never enjoyed studying. But I forced myself to study. So whenever there was an open house day, I just didn't know what to expect. And even worse was the fact that I was mischievous. I was not a bad boy. I was not a boy who would beat up people or hit people or fight with the teachers. I was just plain mischievous. I was like, when the teacher is writing on the board, I put a paper tail on the teacher, or when let's say I would make funny noises when the teacher was not looking. So silly stuff like that. And I was a student who would always be thrown out of class. Sarja Indian School had this policy whereby the teachers at least had this policy, not Sarja Indian School, whereby if there was a child or a ward who was mischievous, they would say, okay, stand outside the class. And they would make me stand outside the classroom in a sweltering heat of 48 degrees. Although I was not in the sun, it was humid enough to really make me sweat. Some of them used to would try to embarrass me even more by asking me to kneel down outside the class. So imagine I'm standing outside the classroom for 2 hours, 3 hours, different classes. So, but I never tell my parents because I was scared maybe they would punish me. But this is inhuman treatment. So coming back to the open house. Whenever my parents would go to the open house, some teachers had the common sense to know that they're dealing with a child, they're dealing with the parents, so they wouldn't say much. But there were a couple of psychos. There was this particular teacher, his name is Abraham, who was an English teacher. What this piece of shit, what he did was, he actually told my parents, this was when I think I was in the 4th standard or something. This piece of shit told my mother and father, when I came to meet them, that your son should be put in a mental hospital. Your son should be put in a mental hospital. And by far, I remember that compliment, or I remember that comment, because that was by far the most hurtful thing anyone could have said. My parents looked at me. I don't know whether they were joking, but I remember my mom looking at me as like, what's wrong with you? So I just want to tell you, youngsters and children out there, Open House Day is not going to define you. It's not going to define you or your future. It is just the results of the exam that you attended. Okay, so if you did well, congratulations. You had an exam where you had to study all these pages, mug it all up, put it in your head, and vomit it all out. Okay, that's all. That's all that an open house day is. If you ask me today, what did you study in school? I don't remember anything. So whatever you study in school is only for school. Okay, it's not for the real world. Maybe learning English can help you. If you're going to become a doctor, learning the fundamentals of science may help you. But otherwise, everything else is you just swallow it all up and you vomit it all out. Okay, so it's just a definition of what you did for those 12 months. Okay, that's about it, or that semester. It is not going to define your future. It is not going to define who you are. It is not going to tell you what you're going to be in the for the rest of your life. It's not going to tell you whether you're useful or useless. No, nothing. And for those children who failed, get over it. Okay, You were given an assignment to study for an exam, to learn. You didn't study, you failed. And don't be upset about it. If the teacher gives you an encouraging remark, take it in your stride. If the teacher gives you feedback on areas that you need to improve, be very attentive towards it. And if the teacher insults you or says something derogatory or something terrible, just think that this is an opinion that the teacher needs to take and shove it up his or her ass. Okay, because teachers are not supposed to destroy your confidence, destroy your inner being. But that does not mean, students, listen up carefully, that does not mean you take advantage of your parents, advantage of your teachers. And I want you to understand this, that children, this is your responsibility to study. It is your responsibility to study. Do not use my videos or do not use the advice I give you as a reason to, take money from your parents, put it into school and not study. Okay, that is unforgivable. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, like, oh, Loy said failures have succeeded in life. So what I'm going to do is take my parents' money, invest in school, have a ball of a time, have fun with my friends, not study anything, enjoy life, put my legs up on the table and say, hey, fuck you teachers, hey, fuck you system, I'm going to be successful. No, that's not what I say. Okay, if you're taking money from your parents and you are not taking your responsibilities seriously, you're not even opening the book, okay, and you're just freaking out, playing around and doing all nonsense, that's, I'm sorry, you're not, you're not my friend, you're not my acquaintance, you're not someone I want to associate to. Okay, this video is for those kids and youngsters who do take the book, who do work hard, who do try their best, okay, who do try their best and still don't succeed. My video is for those youngsters, not for those who say, hey, I want to be a famous DJ, I want to be a rap artist, I want to be a football player, I want to be a cricket player, so forget these studies, fuck everything, I'm not going to study anything, I'm just going to enjoy life because Loy said, or this guy said, failures are the stepping stones to success, or because let's say Dravid did not complete his university, so I'm not going to complete my university and I'm going to succeed. No, it doesn't work that way. Stop cherry picking and trying to manipulate the advice that we give you. So this is not a video about not working hard, not focusing, not taking your responsibility seriously. Okay, please take it. If you're taking your parents' money who are working hard, you have a right to study. You must study. Okay, get this clearly in your head. And finally, for those students who who have failed, take it easy. You can send me an email. You can talk to me. My email is loy@loymachedo.com. loy@loymachedo.com. Send me an email if you're feeling depressed. We need to talk. Don't try to do something drastic. It's not worth it. And if you need to speak to me on WhatsApp, or if you have to speak to me on the phone, it is 00971555562324. Okay. Don't try to do anything that will hurt you or harm you. Take your studies as seriously as you possibly can. That is your responsibility. If you can't study even after giving you 100%, try taking help from your parents. Try taking help from your friends who are good at studies, not who are fooling around. And also take help by going to tutors. But just relax. Okay, just relax. It's open house day. It's not going to define your future for the rest of your life. So if you have failed, which some of you have told me you have failed, it's okay. You're getting to study for one more year, but this time don't mess it up. And for those of you who have failed and your parents are giving out to you, just take it easy. That's how life is. But please don't do anything drastic. There are a lot of people here who care about you, and most important, youngsters, please take your responsibility seriously. Having fun is okay, but you must study. See, even I take my work seriously. I still have to study. I want to lose weight, so I'm reading books on losing weight. I'm in chia seeds, which I don't like. That is for losing weight. I'm reading books. I have my assignment. I have to put up another video. I have to put up another book review, which will be coming out shortly. It's on Mind Wide Open. So I have to do my work also. Okay. So you also have a responsibility. You need to do your work. And most important, please, when you're moving towards the exams, get off Facebook, get off the internet, because that will distract you. Okay. So this is Loy from loymachedo.com. If you have any questions, have any emails, have any comments, please feel free to share. Out of the many people, I'm also one of them who wants to help you youngsters, and take it easy. and just enjoy yourself. And if you want, youngsters, you can join this group on Facebook that I've created, the A plus group, A plus student group. That is for you youngsters, only youngsters, to mix, match, share your views, opinions, and just know that you have a support system there. All right, Loy from loymachedo.com. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm saying goodbye for now.